My name's Kaylee Jackson, Head of Community Engagement and Safeguarding. We've done some consultation with the young people and the parents and guardians that attend our inclusive kick sessions, our sessions for young people with special educational needs and disabilities, on if they attend Hull City fixtures. And some of the feedback was, no, they simply don't attend because if the young person goes into crisis, they have to leave. So we've done a bit of a site visit with the young people and the parents to show them the safeguarding room and the quiet room that is actually across at the stadium that they can access on a match day. And the feedback from that was from the young people that it was quite a dull space. And then from there was the ideas from the young people themselves of how it could be more welcoming and a better space and more comfortable for them.
My name's Meg. I'm a Community Engagement Officer at Tigers Trust as well as the Mentoring Lead. I'd not been in the space much myself, but staff that I spoke to about it, they said it had been run down for a while. It was lacking personality, lacking colour. I mean, it didn't really suit what the aim of it was.
We've previously worked with Hull College and done kind of a social action. So I'd reached out to them again and kind of given them the brief of what the young people had fed back when they'd done the visit to the room. We brought them in and did a tour of the stadium. We showed them the rooms, we gave them the measurements of the rooms. And I think probably the students would agree that the rooms were quite dull and not really welcoming.
When we first saw the space, it was a very bland room with very vivid, bright red colours. It definitely needs some work.
When we were taken into the stadium, we were aware of what rooms we were to expect. And so our designated rooms, we looked at the walls and we thought, yeah, that really, it has to go.
When we first got there, I remember walking into the room and thinking, wow, this is going to be hard. We had to go over all these walls that were bright red, and we all sat down and got on all their designs. And I remember looking around the table and seeing everyone's designs, and I was just so excited to see how it was all going to go.
We all kind of sat amongst ourselves in a circle, just going over designs. I was discussing it with my mate who was sat next to me, kind of seeing where we're at. You know, we're all looking at the walls and going, yeah, I think it would work really well if you were here and I was here.
Once we created our design, we had to prep the walls. So that might have meant sanding certain areas of the wall slightly, and then we had to paint over the wall that we'd prepped. So that was ready for us to then trace on.
We came back I think it was a few days later, and everyone started grouping the designs together because one room was more like childlike and the other one was a bit more mature. And it was really nice seeing the contrast of everyone's art put together. And we started painting, and it was a bit chaotic at first, everyone trying to get all the painting done. But once we'd base coated the walls and started, I could just see it all coming together and it worked really well.
I'm used to using oil paint, and I had to use acrylic, which isn't my favourite medium, but because it wasn't easy to blend, it often broke up and chipped when I was painting, so I had to approach it differently. So when I approached it, I decided I'd use different layers, and as I progressed with the painting, I decided to add different colours into it just to make your eye catch certain areas.
I'm really interested in tattooing, and that's what I want to pursue a career in. So I thought instead of just doing the same as what everyone would do, I'd decided to do more of like an outline traditional tiger tattoo style. I never really work with paint, I've always just worked with pencil. So when I was doing the design, I thought, yeah, this will be fine, like I can do it. And I started drawing it onto the wall, and it was just so different to what I'm used to. I've never done anything like it before. But I overcame it and managed to tackle like everything.
I quite like fluid work, you know, quite animated looking things. And I've not really got much experience with painting, so I thought solid colour was the safest, and it didn't overcomplicate the piece either, as we were on limited time. But it was quite pleasant working as a team actually, because normally I get a bit uncomfortable with teamwork. I don't want to put myself out there and take over too much.
I can be quite a shy person. Being able to work with everyone else and get it all done together, and knowing that it was going to benefit other people really pushed me to get on with it and do it. I was quite nervous at first, but once I started, I actually ended up really enjoying myself.
I think it were really good as a team building exercise and for potential work experience outside of college. You've got a deadline and other people are relying on you as well. So I think that when you're actually on the work experience, you push yourself more.
Yeah, it was so different to doing stuff like at college and school. Like I felt like I had to make it right because it was for other people and it was to make other people happy and influence other people. It didn't have to just be like a set project like an exam. It was to influence people, so it needed to be different.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm no artist myself, so seeing the students' designs initially before they were having to do all the prep work on the walls because the walls were so dull, and then seeing their ideas, it was absolutely brilliant.
I've never seen anything done like that before, if I'm being honest. I didn't quite know what to expect, but it just exceeded any expectations that I'd thought I'd had. It was just amazing seeing how it came to life from a pretty much grey, blank space to just this whole vibrant room, really. So it was amazing.
I love that I get to showcase my work somewhere so big, and I feel like it is so, such my style that I can look at it and know that that's me, and I've made an impact somewhere.
Amazing. I think it's an amazing opportunity for me as an artist and an individual. But I think it's also amazing because other people get to see it when they're possibly in not a great state of mind, and make them happier and something to look at, take their mind off whatever's going on.
Yes, it's quite a good thing. I'm quite happy to have had the experience. I feel quite a bit of pride for being able to have that displayed somewhere for people to see.
I'd like to thank Hull College and the students for obviously being involved. A massive thank you to Reckitt's as well, because without their kind donation, we wouldn't have been able to make this happen. Thank you to the club for obviously allowing us to refurb the space, and the staff as well at the Tigers Trust for supporting it to happen.
I just want to say thank you to Tigers Trust and to Hull College for giving me this opportunity and giving everyone else this opportunity. I really think it's benefited me and it's going to push me further forward in my career.